Hello, hello. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. My name is Ima Khan, and I'm from the Youth Gambling Awareness Program, or YGAP for short, and I'm coming to you from the YMCA of Niagara Region.
Our mission is to raise gambling awareness among youth aged 8 to 24 and adults involved in young people's lives.
Youth can't gamble is something that we hear often.
Although we know that you need to be at least 18 to buy a scratch ticket and 19 to go to a casino in Ontario, there are plenty of other ways to gamble that might be more unconventional compared to what you're used to seeing on TV or in advertisements.
So maybe we should take the time to define what gambling is.
At YGAP, we say gambling is when you risk something of value, money, candy, video game skins, and you don't know if you will win or lose.
Which means that, along with poker, blackjack, and lottery tickets, unconventional types of gambling such as raffles, daily fantasy sports, and betting on dares and challenges can also fall under that definition of gambling.
So let's play a game to demonstrate. Those of you at home, feel free to play along. I'm going to start by flipping my shiny new quarter, and all of you are going to guess whether it lands on heads or tails. So let's start with Edward. What do you think it's going to land on?
I think it's going to land on tails.
Okay, what about Paul?
I'll say heads.
Katie?
Definitely tails.
Okay, Courtney.
Heads, for sure.
Ima?
I'm gonna have to say tails.
Okay, Keely.
I'm guessing heads.
Okay, and Yasmin.
My guess is on tails.
Okay, let's start. It landed on tails, so congratulations if you chose tails. Okay, let's try again. What do you guys think it's going to land on next? Let's go with Edward.
I'm going to stick with tails again.
Okay, Paul.
I'll say heads.
Okay, Katie.
Heads for the win.
Let's hear it from Courtney.
Tails, for sure.
Okay, Ima.
I'm gonna stick to tails.
Okay, Keely.
I'm also going to say tails this time.
Last but not least, Yasmin.
It's definitely got to be heads.
Okay, let's try it. It's actually on tails again, but let's mix it up a few times. For those of you who picked the winning side this last round, you will have to continue to play as usual. However, those of you who lost, you have two options. You can either sit out for the next round, or you can pay me 5 imaginary YGAP dollars to continue. What are you guys gonna do?
I think I'll pay.
Yeah, I'll pay too.
I'll pay to play.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna ask you guys one more time. Edward, what are you gonna choose this last round?
I'm going to choose tails again.
Okay, Paul.
I'll go with tails.
Katie.
Heads.
Okay, Courtney.
Tails.
Ima.
Let's mix it up. I'm gonna go with heads.
Okay, Keely.
I'm sticking with tails.
Okay, and Yasmin.
I'm going to stick with heads this time.
Okay, let's try. It actually landed on tails again, so congratulations if you chose tails. Have any of you guys ever played a game like this before, where it's free to start and it's free to play, but then when you get presented with an obstacle, you have the option to pay, which means you could overcome that obstacle?
Yeah, I play games like this on my phone all the time. It's really reminds me of the game Candy Crush.
So these types of games are based on the freemium model, where it's free to download, but at some point you will be offered the chance to pay for in-game currency, usually earned through the gameplay, or to eliminate a waiting period.
Is playing a freemium game gambling?
Well, let's think about this. The definition of gambling is risking something of value when an element of chance is associated with the outcome, not knowing if you're going to win or lose the game on a game of chance.
Okay, now using our coin flip game as an example, for those who chose to pay to continue, did that increase your chance of winning? No, it just allowed them to continue playing immediately, giving them another chance to win or move on in the game.
Paying may also give the illusion of control. One may think that they are closer to advancing in a game after they pay to skip a waiting period or immediately get more currency. But actually, you are just paying for additional chance to advance.
So yes, I would say that that fits our definition of gambling.
Many people, including youth, participate in these games without realizing they incorporate elements of gambling.
Another thing to be aware of is that these games also often have pop-up advertisements that can include gambling games and websites, exposing underage people to enticing gambling ads.
So how can we play these games we love and stay safe?
Research the site you're using. Can you trust it?
You could set a budget for yourself. Consider using prepaid cards if you're planning on spending money.
And take breaks, go offline.
Continue doing other activities that you enjoy.
When gambling and gaming, remember to use harm reduction strategies to stay safe.
And if you or someone you know is experiencing difficulties as a result of gambling behavior, free and confidential help is available through Connix Ontario at 1-866-531-2600. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. We hope you learned something and had a little bit of fun with us. Bye.